welcome back to Pirate Adventures. Where we last left off, there was a Sahagin attack on the local black market. Our fierce pirates fought them back, defeated the Sahagin, and left but a shark to swim with its fins between its legs. That's the right terms.
Like badasses.
Like badasses. With some serious badass moments, which if I could animate, I would probably try to. But anyhow, you are now in the black market. The shark swam away. People have begun opening the shutters on their huts. You've seen some of the shutters nearby, sort of like the herbalism area. There's a weaponsmith seemingly, and an armory like further up the north decking area, and sort of just a general shop lower to you and that kind of thing. But you haven't really explored anywhere else.
Don't worry, everybody. We got him. Don't forget, Captain Stormbringer and her crew did it all. Thanks to you, dickheads.
Could you roll persuasion?
Sure thing. Persuasion.
Yes, we had slaughtered the invaders.
I'll give you advantage.
You're welcome.
That is needed because the first roll was not good. That is a 13 total.
13. Okay, so like people start coming out, like the people that were shopping before that ran in as quickly as possible, and some that just ran as far away from the Sahagins as possible, kind of begin approaching you, and there's this just one guy that's like, woo, woo. The guy that let you, sort of asked you if you were fleet, kind of comes around and is just like, not bad.
Where was your help?
I don't do that.
Well,
Everyone's out for themselves around here.
Yes, it would seem.
Well, the owners do that.
Where were they today?
I don't know.
Well,
I just get paid to stand at the front and check if fleet people come in.
marvelous job.
Thank you.
Yes, I feel like some sort of security contractor would be best for this kind of situation.
You see him sort of begin to ponder for a second the thought that they could come from a different direction. And he's just looking in the distance for a really long time. No, they wouldn't do that. So you
Basically, where the numbers are.
basically where the numbers are, where you came in there, you sort of see where the storage boxes are. Right to the right of that is where a lot of people get on. But quite frankly, you can see there are little like longboats and other places where people have just got on at other sites. Ponders off and looks into the distance for a second, and then he stares what he assumes is south. From your recent knowledge, he is very much facing east. Go. Oh, thanks. Right. I'll keep an eye on that way then. Thanks. Good tip. And he starts sort of walking over to the area. The crowd's like dispersing and getting on with their day now. They're kind of like, it's almost like this is a common occurrence, or it's something they're fairly used to, of like fights breaking out or whatever. But they've, crowds are now dispersing and going into shops and other such things and going about their day. You sort of see that in the crowds there are like fishermen, there are people who are obvious sailors but don't really have any other kind of equipment with them, and you've got a range of badass to less badass to looks like they'd get beaten into a pulp kind of range of people.
I mean, they're pretty shady anyway. Who wants to protect these kinds of people?
It's Umbra. Yes. I hope I was of assistance in today's dispute.
You're of a use.
He was invaluable, Captain. I feel he could be of great use to our crew.
Thank
I
you.
give
Much
Tim
appreciated.
the play it cool eyes.
Too keen, too keen.
Calm the fuck
Tim-
down.
Not get the message.
I could have great use for him. Medical bay.
Tim,
Yeah.
how about you go with Gruzeel and Alarias to shop around and get some of the items we were after. Your
Yes.
strength will be invaluable. I'll speak to Umbra for a bit, shall I?
Yeah, it's okay.
Get better acquainted.
Okay, so you three are going up over the bridge.
Where's where?
So you saw this one is like a weaponsmith, you think, from the sign. This one over here looks like it could be an armory. From the sign. I think the one over here looks like it's got an anchor, so you're not sure if that's like a pub port or it could be something like a shipwright. This was the herbalism. This was, I think, general goods.
I'll also hand Gruzeel the bag of holding with the 500 gold in it, and I'll just give him a wink, assuming he'll realise this is where the money is. Yeah, that's the hence the wink and nothing else.
There's no sign on this one, and this one you haven't been up to. This one you can't really see a sign, and you can't see a sign for this one.
Sorry, could I get a rundown of what we do know again? I was distracted.
Weaponsmith.
Yep.
Armory.
Mhm.
Possible shipwright or tavern.
Mhm.
Herbalism area.
Yep.
General goods.
Yep.
No sign. Can't see a sign. Can't see a sign.
Thank you so much. The armory, is it a blacksmith as well, or would that be a bad idea considering this whole place is made of wood?
Don't know.
Okay.
Haven't been inside. I mean, there is smoke coming from it, so.
Yep. You're not. Yes, of course. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we're pretty broke. I don't think we could afford some of the armory and weapons. Yeah, stock up on that. I'd say
With our
even
current
supplies. Need more stocks.
That would be prudent. Gruzeel, did I hear that it was you who just saved my life? Thank you. Thank you kindly. I'll do the same for you someday, just you watch. I have your back. Yes, as you should. As you should, I'm very capable. Yes, a little woozy. My shell is waterlogged, but I've been through worse. Well, I don't like it when water goes in the cracks. Causes me discomfort.
How many
Runs right
cracks?
into my insides.
How many cracks do you have?
He's got like major cracks on his shell. His shell's like
He's still pretty young.
his shell's like a boulder that's been split, like in the middle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
He
what,
had
that's
some
what it
battles.
looks like.
He's got battle
Yeah,
scars.
kind of.
Oh yes, that was so much worse. So I would go in the water to wash it out, and then the water would be just as bad. It was horrible. I hated life on the beach.
Can you not like shake it off?
You see my stature, Alarias. You think I can shake my body?
I mean, I could help you, but yeah.
I don't trust your vibration magics for one moment.
I mean, look at my arms. I'm not much help.
You're not me.
Yeah.
Perhaps. I don't think she would, though.
No, no. She.
Most people on the ship seem averted to touching me.
Whoa. Gruzeel, that's
This took a turn.
Save that. Save
Perhaps
that for
we
the
should
ship.
go and find those supplies.
Okay, so you're going to go into the general supply shop.
Mhm.
Do you want to have your little conversation, Umbra and Kethra?
Sure. Umbra's just looking shifty.
Not helping your case.
I trust him.
Umbra, is it?
Yes, Umbra. Umbra Mortiary, to be precise.
Right.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Captain.
My name is Captain Stormbringer.
Captain Stormbringer, yes.
You may call me the whole thing or just Captain. I'm fine with either.
Of course, Captain.
So I appreciate your help in the fight against the Sahagin. I saw some of what you were doing and it looked very useful. Like the stone you handed me, probably not so useful. But I appreciate what you did with my greatsword. It certainly did help in the fight. But if you are to be any kind of associated with my crew, we need to get everything out in the open. You need to tell me everything, and I need to better trust you. Trust you with my life.
Shifty sort of looks. Umbra will say, yes, I thought this might come up. You see, I have a particular set of interest, shall we say. Now, I do not wish to cause alarm, but, well, kind of motion you like a bit closer.
I'm staying right where I am.
Say, of course. Kind of try and
So I
stretch
kind
out.
of just folds her arms more.
And he'll kind of lean in a little bit and kind of lift up the satchel a little bit. And you see lots of like various, like you see like potions like bubbling away. You see like just trinket tools and stuff. You're not quite sure what they're all for. And in there you also see you see a brain floating in a jar.
It's not your brain, is it?
No,
Umbra.
It's my former master's. You see, he was involved in an accident in a lab, and I wish to bring him back. So I preserved the brain, and I've been searching for a way to construct him a new body. Yes. The study of of anatomy is one of my particular interests. I hope it doesn't alarm you or cause you concern in any way.
Well, it does those exact things, funnily enough. Look,
I'm very discreet.
no, you're not. I saw. Well, I didn't know it was a brain, but I saw it when you were applying whatever you applied to my sword. You're not discreet at all. You need. You at least need to be better at that if you're going to be part of my crew. You understand that, right?
I'm most willing to become more discreet under your, I hope, leadership, Captain Stormbringer. I only ask for a place to stay and a room to do my work.
Do you understand? There's going to be a few ground rules for you to being on my ship. Understand?
Oh, of course. Name them. Name me.
First, you will be under strict supervision over what side activities you're up to. To ensure the safety of my crew. I don't want you experimenting on any of them unless they're explicit consent.
I see. Yes. Right. I suppose that is agreeable.
The second, the only role I can see you see as part of the crew, you have to fulfill a role. And as it stands, the only role we really have available is assistant surgeon to Tim.
Oh, that would be most agreeable. Yes. I can see that.
And so you'll be working with him in the med bay, and that will be where, depending on his decision and his discretion, you will likely have space to do some of your work.
Yes, that seems most fair. If no, go on actually.
What's your cooking like? Just for example.
Well, I've actually been working on a new brew, and 5 times out of 10, it tastes quite nice.
5. Jesus.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say outright. I'm gonna let the others know. You're never gonna be allowed to cook.
I see. If
just for the, again, we're trying to avoid experimentation on the crew.
Of course.
And that brew sounds exactly like experimentation on the crew.
I suppose. Yes.
Suppose.
If you are to give a potion, whatever, for any of my people to drink, I would at least like you to let them know what they are likely to expect from the results of taking such things. Is that fair?
Yes, but,
or are you unlikely to know what these results could be? Is it that experimental?
You have a keen mind, Captain. I was just about to say the same thing. I can always be sure.
Whoa.
But for at least 4 times out of 10, it's most beneficial.
What? 4? Jeez, this keeps going down. Holy shit.
We can be very careful. I understand. Maybe we practice some of these on our enemies, to be sure. Maybe we can experiment on them.
Kind of rubs his hands together, and he's like, if you could provide me with if you could spare any subjects live, if you could, after
4 fingers.
Battles.
4 fingers.
Of course, not to put yourself at risk, but if you could secure some now, I'd be most grateful.
Now, we won't be torturing our enemies.
Of course not. Only for science.
so no. Jesus.
Oh, this is so much better than I thought this would ever go.
It is so hard to say yes. Let's just.
Yeah.
You can say no, Kethra.
He's very trustworthy.
Let's just say you're gonna have a very short leash at the beginning, shall we say, Umbra, and as time goes on, we'll maybe let you experiment a bit more. But for now, we'll just have you do the bread and butter, the things that you can guarantee us. How about that?
That seems most agreeable, Captain.
Okay. Cool.
I hate to cause trouble right at the start, but may I beg for some monetary supplies as well? I need to acquire some certain tools.
No detail whatsoever.
So you know when I said earlier about full discretion?
Yes.
You need to tell me exactly what you want and how much it's going to cost.
Just some surgical implements, some needles perhaps as well, and some preservative.
Jesus.
For the purpose of what, Umbra?
It is
You need to keep saying explicitly what this is all for, otherwise this is all going to go into a dead end.
Of course. As one of my ambitions is to restore my master to his full healthy state, and I would like to build him a most magnificent body. And so it may require some experimentation.
Are you standing over that dead body? Yeah. You've got half of that.
Shit. Okay, how about we make a deal, Umbra? For now, let's put that to the one side. You can keep the brain. That's fine. You can keep the brain. But I don't think Sahagin are going to be the best choice for whatever body you're going to make.
I was interested in their gills. Very fine specimen.
Well, you're going to have to harvest them on your own.
Of course. I wouldn't want to cause any trouble to your crew.
But we're not, as in, you shan't be getting any of these preservatives you're asking for. I'm afraid. This at least this time around, you see, we've got a few other things to do on our list. And
quite right.
And since you're so new, it's kind of hard to justify any different expenses for now.
Of course.
But maybe in the future, we can discuss this. Gruzeel, it will be a great person for you to discuss future expenditure with. In the future, and perhaps Tim, as your superior, will be able to help you out to an extent. But for now, we'll stick away from trying to preserve Sahagin. Yeah.
Yes. So seems reasonable.
Yeah. Okay. So, shall we go with meet the rest of the crew? Do you want to come with me to where everyone else is shopping?
Yes. But please lead the way, Captain.
Good. I'm gonna step. I'm gonna step backwards and be like, "Go on, Umbra, lead the way."
Okay, he'll kind of sort of shiftily look around the corner, kind of pat his satchel and make sure it's all shut and stuff. Then kind of like looking around, sort of like, left and right, he'll kind of skulk out of the alleyway and start walking towards where the others are.
You need to walk straight, Umbra. We're out in the daylight now.
I do not wish to draw attention to myself.
Umbra, you're wearing a mask. You're already drawing enough attention to yourself as it is.
Of course. Kind of hunch over a bit more and sort of shuffle around.
Okay, so while they're having that conversation, you guys have been up in the general store. You probably have about... I'm going to go ahead and give you 15 to 20 minutes before they arrive.
Let's grab my phone quickly.
Yeah, so there's barrels with so there's a couple of barrels, and you can see that the lid's sort of half open to show what's inside. Oranges, cured meats. There's grain as well. There's like a variety, oats and that kind of thing, just like long-lasting kind of food that can be kept.
Yes.
Yes. I gave you another week's worth, I think, or nearly a week's worth.
Yes, these dried
So-
meats have really caught my eye.
Tim and your dried meats, jeez.
Just on top of what you can see, if you're talking about ale, so you can see that there's rum, there's wine, and then there's like beer, ale, mead kind of thing. Like,
I say we get beer and ale. It's gonna be much cheaper. It's gonna be cheaper. Do we care about?
I can produce beer and wine from my alchemy jug, so I
That is true.
think just rum.
Oh, okay.
No.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
We always had rum on the cutlass.
Yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah.
Gave you
keep
the ale.
morale up.
Yeah, he gave us mail. Yeah. Are we? So we're a week away from the south.
you're about a week away from where you're trying to get to. Yeah.
Enough to come there and back.
You don't have Zora on board as well. So.
Well, we used a whole barrel of rum at any time we had a big night out on the cutlass. So yeah, we.
Well, that's
That would
a
last a
big
while.
night out, and you'll go through. I think we said a barrel about a month, just generally, because you have water and you have an alcoholic that both are trying to be kept good for the journey. So
Specify. Because there's stuff like fruit, there's oats, dried biscuits, cured meats.
if
Yeah.
I would just put that under food.
Yeah, cool. It's easier. It's probably separate.
You can either separate it out or you can combine it. If Tim's going to forage and you're going to get more food while water's still depleting, unless you have a way to get water as well, you might want to separate it. Okay, and we're talking that you're going to be drinking a lot or not drinking a lot? Because it's probably a rum-wise, yeah.
We don't really have many big drinkers, apart from Tim. Yeah.
Okay, well, you probably... So what I said to Dan is that with anything, with all like food and consumption items, you will go through 1 barrel per item will be finished in a single month if you are cutting it down to like half rations. So people survive, but they don't sort of thrive, if you know what I mean. If you want to keep them well fed, it's 2 barrels per month. If we're talking... I was going to say, so if we're talking 10 days, then you need 1/3 of a barrel, I'd say.
Is it cheaper to buy by the barrel, or you do those calculations for us?
I'll do those calculations for you.
Okay, cool. So we should only really get as much as we need. Absolutely. Yeah. Have we thought about like basic adventuring gear because we were nearly fucked with the navigation tools?
Yeah, I can make that. Yeah.
Okay, I just mean our other bases. We don't want to be caught with nothing that we need. Like, I don't know. I should thought it through beforehand. Yeah, that's true. We're all inexperienced, so it'd be reasonable for us not to think of it.
Well, I don't know what else we need.
Experience, so.
Yeah, but I don't know what else. Do we need a full map? I mean, we just got a plain map.
Got the map.
Currently, you've got
A plain.
Like,
tell us.
That's part of the navigator's tools, is it not?
you have a. What is in the navigator's tools? Let me just double check.
No idea.
Because there's a cartographer's kit as well as navigator's tools. It's like separate things.
Yeah. So if you want to make maps, you'll need a cartographer's kit.
Yeah. I don't know if we need to think about like spare parts for the ship, repairs and stuff.
Yeah. So there's no spyglass.
Why? How much? 1,000. What? Fuck. What's it made out of? Diamonds. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's like lensing, which is probably very expensive at this time.
Need a very specialised person to do such a thing for you. It's almost someone who could work with Tinkerer's tools, perhaps.
Yeah.
No, I've got some, I think. Oh no, not a telescope. I missaid.
Okay, so sorry, because I've done everything in barrel, so you'll need half a barrel of water, half a barrel of food,
And that's for our current crew level.
and oh no, so the barrel a month thing I think was consumption.
Yeah, that was
yeah, that was the cutlass, so that was a full crew.
This is probably half that.
Oh god, yeah. So for only like 7 or 8 of you or 10 of you, so you probably need like.
But if we're expecting more people, then it makes sense to get that level of food.
Yep. Yeah, and you definitely want to have a surplus to treat the new recruits well.
Okay, so you're going to ask the person at the tavern for this amount of food, water, and everything else. Okay. He's an older halfling man, and he sort of stands at the things and says, "That'll be 6 gold pieces and 2 silver pieces for the half water. What is it? Let me just do me sums." And he brings out an abacus, puts it in front of him. He starts sitting around. "Oh, I thank you, lad. It's very kind of you. Thank you, boy. I've never had such kind compliments while I'm working."
Yeah, I think you should let the man work. Gruzeel, come
on. Is he wearing any rings?
Yes, actually, he's wearing a wedding ring. Sorry.
Can I identify what it's? Not necessarily what it's made of. Can I identify whether it's made of platinum or not?
Roll a Investigation check.
Mm,
So it's going to be
1.
one. That one.
Unnatural.
Metal.
It's metal.
It's metal.
Never mind.
That's fine. I'm good.
That's where it gets pricey.
Yeah,
Is
and
we've already got 3.
If we're recruiting Umbra, he might be able to sort us out with that kind of thing. I think. Yeah, true. Tim assumes he is.
So
I think we can always come back.
By my calculations, that'll be 90 gold and 2 silver.
Wait, you said 6 gold.
That was just for the barrel. A very, very small amount of the barrel.
Does
Yes.
this seem?
That's for the ale. This is for the whole thing. Food, water, ale.
Is this extortionate in my experience? I don't actually know if this is expensive, but
Do the damn calculations, Sonny. Trust me, I'm using something for this.
Yeah, but I don't know if you're playing it because he's old.
I know. Do you want to do an insight check?
Yeah, I'm gonna do an inside check. I don't believe. 15.
To make it easier, what I've done is I've calculated the days you want, the amount of crew, plus a little bit more, because you said you're going for a little bit more, and then multiplied it. Say that again, sorry?
15.
15. So alright prices by his standard.
By his, but
This is for 14 days worth of food and water and 10 days worth of ale for 8 people, and then plus some, because you said you were working with plus minus. Because remember, there's how many of you? There's 5 of you, 3 on board, and you're trying to spread out if you're adding more. Well, what would you like?
I do believe that we might deserve some form of discount, sir, seeing as you would be dead and your house and shop razed, if not for us and our bravery. There were so many!
heroes discount.
Sharks!
You've never shopped in the black market before, have you, boys? That'll be 95 gold and 2 silver.
I'll kill him.
You want to roll intimidation?
No, that was under his breath. He hasn't grown that much yet.
And he just slides one of his abacus pieces across. Oi, lad. No, lad. Sounds like a tale for children. He looks around his shop. Does it look like I sell that kind of thing here, lad?
Oh, come on, this is a black market. You guys sell anything?
Maybe you want to try over the way. They buy more things like that. That will be 97 gold, silver, 2 silver pieces. You got 5 more minutes before, like, Kethra and Umbra turn up. You haven't explored. All right, lad. And he starts swiping his abacus the other way.
Okay, I'm walking out.
We should leave it to
This
it.
guy's got this stuff.
Done with this nonsense.
Yeah.
Does Gruzeel walk out as well? He's not going to talk. No. Goodbye. As you come out, Kethra and Umbra, you turn up.
Who's walking out, sorry?
So all of them
they're
just
all
walk
walking
out of that shop.
Hello, my fellow crew members.
Yes, everybody. This is Umbra. There's a few ground rules that I'll explain to you all on separately. But he has joined our crew as assistant surgeon.
I hope we can all get along.
Yes,
Yes,
I see
yes.
great things in your future.
I thank you. Tim, was it?
Yes,
I
we'll
would be,
getting very well acquainted in the coming days.
I hope so. I have some things I would like to discuss with you.
Yes, it's the same with me.
Excellent.
Excellent.
The two shiftiest crewmates together. Isn't this perfect?
Just muttering and chuckling.
Umbra, what is I seem to recall seeing something pink and slimy in your fanny pack. You, what is that? We've got to be open with each other.
I'm not used to speaking in front of large crowds. Perhaps I could show you when we are safely back on the ship.
Okay.
Or Captain Stormbringer would be. I have filled her in.
I'll explain separately.
Your discretion is appreciated.
It's not worth discussing here in the black market.
Somewhere safe then. Don't know who's listening.
So as you're talking and people are just sort of walking around and that kind of thing, these two people walk past you, and Kethra, Gruzeel, and Alarias, you all hear them muttering, just going, oh, I can't afford the prices here. We need to get weapons somewhere else. What about that mine place? You know, the dwarven colony place down in like southeast. What about there? Oh, I heard it closed down. What? Closed down? Oh, well, they had a infestation problem, so we can't get weapons there. We'll just have to do with what's here. Yeah, but you know, we're quite stuck, aren't we? I mean, we're not fighters. We're not warriors. Hey, there they are. And they're now sort of past you, but they kind of suddenly stop and turn, and you notice that they've turned a little bit and kind of are nodding their heads towards you. Hey, what about them? They took those Sahagan on, right? We are not hiring them. What do you mean? You know, They look like they could really handle themselves. I am not hiring pirates to defend our island. We can't defend ourselves. We can try. Okay, you're boss, but, just keep it in mind. And they carry on walking north towards the weapons shop.
Captain, gold.
Sounds like someone's got an undefended island.
I would. I'd be happy to come along if I may do so.
One step at a time, Umbra. One step at a time.
Of course.
Really?
We may be able to sweet talk him, but he was a real hard ass. Playing games, that one.
What do you think, Gruzeel? Is it worth a sweet talk, or is it better going somewhere else?
If anyone could do it, it's you.
May I inquire as to what it is you are purchasing?
General supplies, Umbra.
I see.
Alarias,
If we weren't to pick up supplies here, we're good, or
Alarias, sorry, could you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Ooh. Arthur, are there any creature traders here?
Yes.
I'd
Yes,
start with
there
those.
are. So the herbalism shop you went in, there was a small toad person at the front, and he had a translator next to him, the one that kicked you out. You haven't really been to any of the other shops properly, but you can say that, assumedly, if they have a grung who's some kind of trader, they'll probably have a few other people like that. By the way, at this point, you all begin to smell on the air, but it's an aroma. It's food, and it smells really, really good, and it seems to be coming from this general direction.
I didn't get that thing. I was too zoomed in.
Bottom left.
Okay,
I'm still tapping.
okay, I see it.
Okay, cool. But yeah, you know, Umbra, that there is, in the herbalism shop, there's definitely a grung and a half-elf with him. And then you're not really sure about the other shops, but you can assume there have been multiple races walking around, quite a variety as well. Like, it's not just one race. Alarias, what'd you get?
Unnatural 20.
Good to know.
I don't feel anything.
Nope.
Could you pay us?
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I mean, I smell food. I say we look around and see if we can get a better price.
What's Tim wearing at the moment?
Tim, what are you wearing?
He doesn't wear anything.
I don't think you wear anything, do you?
Tim
Like a
does
cloth.
not wear much. No, the only thing that he actually wears is, other than the skull attached to his it's basically like a belty loin cloth covering his nether regions, and it's very tattered, so it doesn't really have full coverage. But where you can see through it is just
Jesus.
complete blackness. It's like a black void around his crotch, as you can see in his token.
Bloody
That's
hell.
that's canon.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of
It's one of
Yeah,
it's
if
one of
you're
those it's one of those magical loincloths to stay in place.
It's a
Like,
beautiful thing.
It's like a magic.
All it gives is just the darkness.
I think in water there's you can see the void sort of disperses a little bit and is more what's it called when light goes through water?
Refracts.
Refracts.
Yeah, you get refraction, so you could definitely catch a glimpse if you were looking hard enough.
Which I'm not.
Rarely
Not to
people
swim
are
on
looking
it
hard
either.
enough, but you know.
No, and I haven't thought about Tim's genitals, but if anyone
I'm
does,
glad we got onto this subject though.
It's important.
Who's responsible
Yeah.
for stuff?
Umbra's gonna he's gonna kind of like shuffle round.
Umbra the troublemaker, of course it is.
Just gonna start examining the loincloth and say,
Oh my god.
I could treat this for you if as a token of our new partnership.
There's nothing to treat. You get away from that.
Umbra, we discussed experimentation on the crew.
Yes. Right, you are, Captain.
Jesus.
Yes, they learn from me, but not from my nethers.
So,
Boys, what are we doing?
I'll shuffle closer to Alarias.
is this place a non-starter? Should we just go back to the ship and head somewhere else, or are we actually going to actively try and get supplies here? Because there's no point wasting our time.
Do I know any good food places, Arthur, around here?
You turned up shortly before they did and went into the herbalism place. You don't really know much about the shops here.
I was thrown out of the herbalism place, wasn't I?
And you were thrown out of the herbalism place for not having any money.
Have I actually been here before?
Roll a history check.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I've got 7.
7. You've definitely been here before, but I don't know. It looks different. It's not there.
Okay.
That's true. We do kind of need someone good at cooking. Yeah, we've all taken our turns. Umbra's not there for cooking.
I can cook with your explicit consent.
No, Umbra, we don't know what spices you'd be putting into that.
No, Umbra, we've discussed this. We've discussed this.
Yes.
You will never be cooking for us.
Right. Very good, Captain. Very good.
Don't know what spices you'd be sprinkling in.
Oh, more than that, I'm afraid. Anyway,
Trying to drug us.
yes. Let's go find out what this food is like, then, shall we? We may have a cook on our hand.
So you're going over here? Okay. So before you get there, get to about here, there's this overly cloaked figure in red, and they have a red hood on, and they look a bit like a beggar on the edge of the bridge, and they're in the way. Who's walking in front?
Umbra wouldn't be.
Yeah, Tim's towards the back of Umbra.
I'd be me or Gruzeel. But I'm happy to go first.
Okay.
Umbra is walking in front of me.
Can I shift around him? Or do I have to actually say, oh, excuse me, can I get through?
Well, before you can, out from this shroud pokes this vulture-like head, this beak curling round, and this very featherless, skinned bird head twisting out, and its long neck twisting around. Hello! What do we have here? Friends?
I'm just gonna puke in my mouth. Just like a small puke in my mouth, like, oh, what are you?
You defeated the Sahagan, yes?
Do we know what this creature is? Do we recognize it?
It's an Aarakocra,
Ah,
but it's a vulture kind of Aarakocra.
am I like related to them? I'm not sure.
Maybe distantly.
Ah, cousin.
Very, very distantly.
Well, Kenku are cursed.
Oh,
Oh.
never mind then. No. No, you're not.
Cursed.
Couldn't remember which.
It's you're cursed people, essentially. Kenku are.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Strong enough to defeat the Sahagin. Strong enough for a favor, maybe. Favor for a favor for friends? What is it you seek? And he keeps like dodging his head around and twisting it and sort of looking forward and then coiling back.
I mean, you look like a beggar. What could you offer us?
Knowledge, power, things that money cannot buy.
Do you have
And you can't
any,
value them either.
appendages, perhaps?
You seek body types?
No, that's just him.
No,
That's just him.
Don't listen to him.
Interesting friends.
Yes, most interesting.
Jesus.
Very much so.
We need like silence. Someone needs to cast silence.
We're just meeting the strangest people ever on this black market.
What is it you seek?
Several,
Perhaps we can help each other.
several major organs.
And as he extends out,
Umbra,
feathery fingers kind of like poke out with clawed talons piercing from them from his shroud, and then they go back in and hide.
I'm stepping back.
I'll step forward.
This dude's freaking me out.
My hand's going right on your shoulder and pulling you back. Like, Umbra,
yes.
shh.
Of course.
Mm?
You want to be part of our crew? You be quiet.
Are you in charge, miss? Perhaps not, perhaps maybe, who knows? Friends of mine. I am friend, so you are friend. Captain, so you are in charge. Friend, what is it you seek? Let Chaldok help you.
Currently seeking a way past you, so you would help very easily by letting us pass.
Behind him. Not so friendly. You should be more friendly to me.
Why?
Well, that sounds like a threat. So
Yeah. You're one man.
I only seek for friends. Why would you be so upsetting to friends?
We're just trying to get past. Would a friend not allow friends past?
Perhaps if friends is not seeing the truth, perhaps if friend needs warning of the end.
We already know the end's coming. That's all right.
Friend speaks truth if truth was true. I am not here for business. This is a favor. This is among friends. I wish to help you so you can help me, Gruzeel.
Oh shit.
How does he know?
Okay. I think we should at least hear him out. If
He's
anything,
got.
yeah,
to
it's
get
pretty-
past it.
He's probably got detect thoughts. There's probably nothing. So
Mhm.
he's not letting us pass. A friend would let.
Are you
us
saying this
pass.
out loud?
No. I'm saying a friend would let us pass, and a friend isn't letting us pass. So you are clearly not a friend.
Captain.
Just saying the friend over and over doesn't make it real.
Him. Alarias. Umbra. Kethra. You all have a touch of destiny about you.
I have no. Oh no, I do have a bounty.
I
Oh,
do
no, I
not
don't.
hold to bounty posters. That is little
think-
to me.
The bounties don't know our names either.
Mm.
No, they don't.
No, would be.
Did it
No.
say Tim?
I was Gun Girl. You were Lizard Man.
Oh, don't even remember that.
Yeah, they were. They didn't have your names.
Captain, this is a most unusual.
Dragon Man, I think.
Dra-
Dragon Boy, I can't remember.
Perhaps we should bring it back to the lab
Mm.
for further questions.
Oh, what? We can't
um,
experiment on him. Jesus.
Umbra. Shh.
Just trying to be helpful.
Shit.
Umbra wishes for a body.
No.
Your heart, Captain, is filled for revenge. Alarias.
My heart is hungry, and he's still not letting us pass. So,
Mm.
I mean,
Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out. I say, friend, what do you want? What's the favour you want?
There is a place of great power.
isn't
I
there always?
need to get there for research, but it is in the East Sea. But
No,
it is guarded.
By the fleet.
Perhaps you do not know your destiny yet, Kethra, but soon you will. Could you all make wisdom saving throws?
Oh, god damn it.
Mine's a good one.
Oh, crap.
16.
10.
Or 14.
A natural 20.
Okay. So I believe it was Tim, Sunny. Alarias, what'd you get?
10.
What'd you get, Umbra?
14.
Okay. Sorry, Tim, what did you get?
16.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, the only one that doesn't hear this is Kethra. All in your minds is just like, to prepare for the end, you must go back to the beginning. All of you see a flash of light, and then he's gone.
We should have captured
Look
him.
what you did!
It would have made for a most interesting study.
Interesting crewmate.
I
Wants
have-
our help.
You can't. I bet he's gonna be really. I imagine just like the other side of like this building and just running away.
Do you want to do a perception check?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, can we do a group session?
Yeah, group perception check. I'm down
Let's
for
go
it.
I'm just
Oh, no.
searching his satchel.
That one.
Perception. 20,
Yeah, sure.
21.
10, 21. Don't see anything. It's like he vanished. Sonny, you check the bag of holding. Everything's in there, and there is a note. And on the note, there is a shape. It looks like it could be an island, and there's an X on it. You don't know where the island is, though. I mean, you've had a lot of training in the New World and the Navigator's tools, but you can't quite spot it. You'd probably have to compare it to the world map.
Gruzeel, can I have a look at that note? In the water. Oh, what a shame. Oh,
What a shame.
I got butterfingers. Oh, it's terrible. Sorry.
No, we must
See-
Sorry,
recover
Gruzeel.
it.
You see it start to welch
And
and then crumble.
Tim's gonna die for
Oh no.
it.
Tim, go for it.
What do I roll?
Dex. See if you're fast enough before it crumbles.
While he's doing that, what's
My
Solaris
dex
wearing?
is -2.
What's Alarias wearing? Alarias,
Yeah,
would you
I'm
like to
wearing-
explain your attire?
Just like leather.
17.
Leather bombs.
I
And
can't
just-
it
and just, like-
crumbles before you can get there.
I'm just gonna
Ink
shuffle
kinda,
over.
like- Diffuses out. See, yeah, you didn't make it.
Tim sort of struggles back up onto the deck, visibly grumpy and soggy.
It's okay, Tim. It's for the best.
Yes, the grades are good, I'm sure.
And he was a vulture, man. So, very much so, Gruzeel.
Hanging out with a crow man. Yes, that is true. He needed to work on his marketing tactics, just as you said.
I mean, he did know some of our inner thoughts, but okay.
Food, everybody.
I don't think we've seen the last of him.
So as you walk over the bridge, you get a stronger and stronger whiff of this. It starts to smell like a lot of fish is being cooked, mussels, like a bunch of different seafoods, and it's all coming from this building. And you see on it says, "Quickest foods, food the quick way."
Fast food.
Okay, do you go in? Okay, everybody's going in, yeah?
Yeah.
Sure.
Can I get a marching order?
I'll be second last.
Just like that.
Umbra, and then me at last.
Tim's third last, then I guess, moping.
Oh, Tim, it's all going to be okay. So as you go in, it's got this bar across, and behind it you see there's a kitchen. You don't really see anyone in there yet, though, and there's some tables and booths across the side of people eating, and it's packed, absolutely packed, and people are talking, people are being loud, and you just suddenly hear really loud chopping, but you can't see where it's coming from. And also, sorry, I nearly forgot, but I don't want to forget this. The music that is filled
Yeah. Music.
is... So you can start this at any time.
Oh yes.
Excellent.
This is awesome.
It's on the jazz tune from Star Wars, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I literally,
So
I
good.
swear, I didn't look. I just knew when you got a look there, by your reaction, I knew. Couldn't get the words out.
Yeah, this is the kind of vibe you've got, and you've noticed there are a couple of people sort of sitting at the bar seating slightly further down, and you've got a weird combination of like lower lives and almost more like regal, noble-looking people. You've got people with eye patches, people with raggedy clothing, people with nice clothing, people who are like crawling across the floor. You got kids who are just like crouching, looking at the nice people's clothing and their pockets.
Digging it. Digging it.
And you can smell the aroma incredibly strong now, and it's all coming from this kitchen that's sort of ahead of you over this counter that you can't see past. It's really packed. There isn't an empty table, actually.
Is there space on the bar? I'll lean.
So there's like the main counter you could stand up against. There's like 2 or 3 seats at the bar a little bit further down, but you know, it's up to you on who sits down, who doesn't.
Can I get to the bar and see if I can look into the kitchen behind?
Yeah, go ahead.
People working there.
Who else is around here?
It's a mix of like all walks of life essentially, but it's packed. It's got all types of people in there. Nope. You can't see anyone, and then Alarias, as you step up to the bar and look down, suddenly on top of the bar you see a small, and I'm talking like about 15 inches tall, blue creature with long ears and long flowing blue hair,
That'd be frick.
with a knife, a white chef's outfit on.
What the hell? A Smurf.
And he goes, "Hey, you here? What do you want?" No, I don't got all day. I got people to feed. I got people to do. You just tell me what you want and I'll do it. One sec. And he speeds off, and you hear chopping again. And he speeds back up towards you, and he's like, "Okay, what do you want?"
Is it just you working? Just one man?
Yeah, it's just me working. I'm the only one that needs to work. You haven't told me an order yet. Come on.
Where's the
You
menus?
guys want anything? Yeah.
I can cook anything you like. I cook all types of things. We got fish, we got veg, we got fruit. Give it to me. What do you want? Okay, you're wasting my time now. Hold on. And he starts cooking and carrying on with something else. And then massive ding from a bell. Order up! Right, what do you want?
Yeah. A round of fish stew for everybody.
Fish stew. I can get that done in a few minutes for you, okay? What, 5 of you? Okay. That'll be... awkward moment when I don't have the food in front of me. That'll be 2 gold and 5 silver. Or 25 silver. Whatever easiest for you. Okay, you deal with the payments right now, and I'll be right back.
I'll do the 3 gold. I've got personal funds.
As you're looking over and as he's running about, you see there's this silvery chain following him. And the minute he stops and is chopping something, you can see that it's attached to his ankle. And it's really shiny. It looks really clean.
Ooh, I'll catch my eye. Kind of like cock my head and look at it. Ooh, it's very shiny.
And
It's just
it's very sparkly. Excuse me.
oh, okay, hold on. Lenny, I need some slack.
Excuse me.
He's shouting to someone, and you can't see who it is, and you just see the chain loosen a bit, and he goes, "Okay, what do you want?"
I couldn't help but notice you have a very shiny chain.
Yeah, that's what keeps me here, dumbass.
I see. Could you elaborate a bit more on that?
Okay, right. If you're happy to wait for your food, then I can elaborate, all right? Okay, fine. That still will take... hold on. Turns the heat down. Okay, so... you know who owns this black market, right?
No.
Ah, geez, kids, what's wrong with all yes? Okay, so this whole market's owned by the slimes. The grung. The Toad Father. Nothing?
You've been waiting for that joke. And?
Look, okay, so when the flood happened centuries ago, horrible as it was, one of my ancestors tried to get out of the Fey forest because that was getting flooded too. And then, well, we ended up in this material world, and, us quicklings aren't known for being particularly not mischievous, if you know what I mean. Someone got in wrong with the Toad Father, and, I am now in servitude because of it. My ancestors and my fathers and grandfathers, it's great. Lovely. I love it. You hear that, Lenny? I love it. He looks at the chain, lifting his foot up and going, seriously, is he slow or something? This is a magical chain. The only person with a key is Lenny, and Lenny only listens to the Told Father, right? Lenny, slack.
Who's Lenny? Who are you talking to?
That's Lenny. He's pointing, and as he's pointing, just out of this grung, holding a. You see on his person is a key, and there's a chain that's attached to something, and he's just loosening it up. And you see him look up.
It's a Toad Man in the back.
Yeah, Lenny don't actually understand common, that's why I'm here. But I like calling him Lenny because, well, it's easy.
What does Lenny speak? Or did he not make a noise?
He speaks like.
Okay, so it's just rivets. Okay.
Fuck you, Lenny.
A most a rare specimen indeed. Captain, perhaps we should
No, we're not capturing them.
Buddy, do you mind just look? He's giving me the slack, but I can't quite reach the top shelf. Can you give me some upsies? Just palm out. That'd be great. Thank you.
I may be able to help you, Tortle, if that's your desire.
I mean, to be honest, I'd just like to see the world. I mean, I've been in these 4 walls for the past 4 years. It's a long time, especially for a quickling. You know how long it takes for us to die? Not long. We're fast. And he starts chopping up again and moving the stove, and then sits like the stew on the side and just lays bowls out and puts them all out, and then swings the stew back.
I'll make a look at Gruzeel.
I think we found our chef, Captain.
Right, that'll be 2 gold and 5 silver pieces. Bam.
I'll hand over 3 gold.
I'm sorry. Did you want the change?
Take the 5 silver as a opportunity.
What a nice gentleman. You hear that, Lenny? It's a tip. You ever heard of a tip in this place before? I have. It's outside.
Gentlemen.
Oh, lady, I should say. I'm sorry. You're in a lot of outfits. I can't really see any of your features.
I've lost my desire. All of a sudden.
I'm most curious. How does Fey anatomy work? Is it the same as?
He's really creepy, so I'm gonna carry on cooking. Starts chopping stuff up.
Let's just eat the fish stew, and
Fascinating.
we can leave. How about that?
Most curious.
Are you saying that to the thing?
Say it to us.
I think we should.
Yeah, that's kind of the point of what you're doing here. You order food, you pay for it, and then you eat it. God, seriously, these city people.
He wants to be free. We just have to set him free.
Yes.
Whoa. Did you just say what I think you just said?
No. Shh.
Yes.
Keep going.
Keep working.
Keep going.
We're having a private conversation.
Okay, that's fine. I'll pretend I'm not listening.
He's the best chef I've ever seen.
He's the only chef you've ever seen.
Imagine what he could do with a barrel of mayonnaise.
Yes, imagine what he could do. Imagine.
Imagination.
What's the plan? We find this Toad Father and...
He's just moving about.
Or we could just knock out this Lenny fellow and...
We don't want to make enemies. Come back in.
Okay, let me just stop you right there. I know I'm not supposed to be listening. But, Lenny over there is family with the Toad Father. You don't want to fuck with the Toad Father. Look at me, okay? So, here's the deal. If you want to get me out, that is so kind. But quite frankly, I'm just going to tell you now, you don't screw with the Toad Father or the Toad Father screws with you. So either you do him a favor and get me out of here, or you don't do him a favor and you get me out of here, and then he's on us for, like, ever.
Oh, don't you worry. We've done him a favor already. This place would be ash if not for us.
Oh, that's adorable. You think he actually protects this place? He may charge everybody protection money, but he don't protect it. That's bull. He don't care if this place goes. We just pay him the security and then we go on.
Seems like we have a lot of work to do.
Toad Father? Oh, well, he doesn't spend his time in the black market. I heard he's got a real nice place in the fleet.
course.
He also has a nice summer home somewhere secretive, but actually I know. Sorry, myself there. But actually I know it happens to be somewhere in the Lunar Isles. Real nice around the volcano. It's just north of here, but nobody tells me that kind of thing, okay? Nobody knows, right, Lenny? That's right. He doesn't actually know what I'm saying, but he likes to respond, and I like to call him Lenny.
I like this Lenny.
I don't. He's holding my chain. But
Friends
quite
of a bad
frankly,
bunch.
it's these four walls or talking to Lenny. So,
So we've got faff to deal with to get this guy, or we don't have faff to not get this guy.
hey,
No,
look,
someone else
I'm
in
not
the-
asking for any favors. You don't
I'm
want.
sure that-
you don't,
I'm sure
you
there's
don't want to
more
help
than
me
one
get
chef.
out. I don't care. You know, I'm living this life for at least 11 more years. You know.
11
I'm
years.
sure there's more than one chef on this place,
Not
even
like this.
around the world. We can survive on.
Plenty of chefs,
Alright.
but nobody's as fast as me. That's all I'm gonna say. Goes back to who's doing.
I mean, it's not gonna be
Yes.
much
Chef.
to fight.
Why would you risk the chef?
It's your call.
It's just a lot. How far north?
How far north? Not too far. It's just a little bit up the way, maybe a week or two. It's not that far. I mean, you could do, you could talk to, not the Toad Father, but you could talk to his son. He visits here frequently.
Is he here today?
I don't
Today?
fucking know. Do I look like his PA?
Yes.
Is this the outfit of a PA?
You must
Yes.
forgive our captain. We've had a long day. Do you know where we might be able to find him?
I don't know. If he's anywhere, he's probably gone to something like the weaponsmiths or something. He knows he can shake him down for the most money.
Either today's your lucky day or it's not. So if you either know he's here or he's not.
That's fair. Well, let me tell you this. You manage to set me free, I'll be indebted to you for life. Take me around the world, I'll be even more indebted to you. Hell, my kids will be indebted to you. I don't have any kids, but you get the sentiment.
So you breed, yes.
Yes, he will.
Oh no.
Uh,
This is gonna be Umbra no for everything.
I don't know who this guy that's with you, but he's really cramping your style, guys.
I know.
Yes, I'm new.
I can see that. Look, I'm not asking for any favors. I'll work for you if you get me out of here. I'd love to see outside of these windows. But, if you don't want to fuck with the Toad Father, don't fuck with the Toad Father. Simple as that. Now, are you ordering anything else?
No. Just the fish.
Great, bye.
I'm eating the fish stew. Is it any good? Is it worth our is it worth our time to actually get this guy out of here? Because if it's like shit food, then it's like that's not worth it.
Roll a d20.
3. Whatever that means.
It is the best fucking stew you have ever tasted in your entire life. And you've tasted elven food.
Can we tell?
What about everyone else?
I mean, we can all roll.
Tim, it tastes really good, but you would prefer if the fish was a bit rawer.
It's fine. Can't get them all.
Umbra.
Umbra,
Mhm.
lift your mask slightly to taste it.
Very slightly.
And when you do, it's an aroma of delicious flavors. Alarias, this is delicious. You'd expect this in a much nicer restaurant than here. Like, you'd expect this far superior restaurant. It actually feels wrong that you like it. Gruzeel? Tastes like home.
Just like how Talion used to make it.
It's serious gumbo.
I mean, your fish stew is great, but this, wow. Well, you don't have to.
It's worth a shot.
Some damn good stew. I mean, I'm sure Umbra could grow it back from.
I would be willing to try. With his explicit consent. Kind of nod to Kethra.
With his.
Well,
You-
he said they're associated with the fleet, right? Aren't they? After us anyway.
But we could never come back here.
Offer, do I know I have a bounty? I know out of character I have one.
You are aware that fleet officers found you and chased you off.
Okay.
Now, whether your character would presume that that means you now have a bounty because you escaped is up to you.
I'm going to say no. So, okay, that's fine.
Let's go to the weaponsmith shop.
Yes.
See what happens.
Yes.
The worst that can happen is they say no, and we don't get him.
Resort to murder.
And that's why they're not going to be going inside. Well volunteered, Gruzeel. You're looking after them.
Gruzeel is our best diplomat.
I can be very persuasive.
Not in the right way. Yeah.
Yes, we'll stay outside. I shall occupy the new bird.
It's Umbra.
Yes.
So the weaponsmith's the middle one, right?
Top
On
one
the
on the
middle.
right.
I actually have something to talk to Tim about.
So that's the weaponsmiths.
Yeah.
That was the armory.
Okay. Weaponsmith it is.
So as you go in, there is a grung behind the front desk, and there is a person next to him with pointed ears, looking down at a book, looking incredibly sullen with himself. And as you come in, he looks at you and he goes,
What was the guy's name? Was the phase dude's name?
Didn't ask.
He introduced himself.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Didn't ask.
No.
I actually don't think he did. He was
He
just
didn't.
going on about
He
Lenny.
said Lenny, yeah.
He introduced himself.
They'll know if we explain it. There's no one else like him.
We know his name at least.
The boss.
All right, fine. He said that this is his place and his name's Tiff. Call him Tiff. It's quicker than trying to give you his full name. That's what he would have said to you.
Tiff the Quickling.
hmm
Cool.
Right. So as you go in, you see this, and the pointed-eared man, who you can tell is an elf, slams his book shut, and then looks at the grung, and the grung just peers over and sees you, frogs his way up onto the desk, and goes, "Welcome. Would you like anything here?" Sorry. Would you like anything here?
This is good stuff.
Is he an elf?
Yeah.
Translator.
We're looking for the son of the Toad Father. And I'll slide over a gold piece.
Are you sliding it to the grung or to the elf?
To the ground, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, that's so good.
It's great.
He said he's going to need more than that.
He said all of that.
I mean, that part of that was the elf translating to him.
Oh, okay.
He said more than that. Come on.
Yeah.
He's surprised you know about the sun. Why do you not want to know about the sun? But I know that he will happily give you information for more gold. No one's bought anything from here today. Just please hurry this up. The elf just looks into his hands and just goes, I got a master's in linguistics for this.
Now, do your thing.
He said,
He's gonna haggle him one piece of gold at a time.
he said, what do you want to know about him?
Where is he?
He said that he's probably at the armory at this point, but he'll be by in, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. Depends on how long the shakedown takes there. Shakedown's my word, not his.
Well, it's not going to take 10 minutes to walk to the armory, so...
Wait, so he shakes down the places his father's own?
Do you want me to translate that?
No.
Right. Opens his book.
He's not going to want us fronting on his competition. Either we just go to the armory now, or we wait. It's not going to take us 10 minutes to get to the armory. Sure, I like that thought.
So the grung's just there, just watching you, looking at the gold. Grabs a gold and it goes into his mouth.
Oh.
Grabs the other one and it goes into his mouth.
If Umbra
Nice.
dies, I'm definitely playing a
Revolting.
frog, by the way. Or the toad, whatever it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna...
Is it actually?
Yeah, Grung.
What? How's it spelled? Grug.
Grung.
One. It's got its own book.
Oh wow.
Like,
Okay.
it's like inside.
As you
I will likely be playing a grug.
so as you go out, you hit. Thank you for coming. Sorry. Thank you for coming. Okay, so as you go into the armory, you see that there is a grung. There is not a grung, sorry. There is a... No, there is a grung. There is a grung in front of the desk, and you see this one is wearing some, like, leathery clothing on his top half, and it's red-skinned grung compared to the green ones you've sort of been around, and there in front you have a gnome behind the desk, and then there's another elf there, just going, Mr. Slime does not want to be told that you can't afford the money. But if you keep upping these, we have to keep upping our prices, and if we keep upping our prices, then nobody buys anything. He said that you're gonna have to get the money somehow because he ain't gonna be here all day. And that's when you come in. Oh, sorry, you come in, you hear that part, and then they stop. And the red grung sort of turns around, one of his eyes looks back at all of you, and then he just nods to the translation and goes, what's your business here?
With him.
You want to talk to him directly?
Well, our business is with him. You'll have to do the translating.
Okay. Beat it. To the gnome guy. But this is... Beat it. Okay. And the gnome sort of runs out past you at the store. So what do you want?
You're welcome for us defeating the Sahagin that attacked your fairly defenseless black market this morning.
So the elf to him is just like... Hey, that was you guys?
Was indeed.
Interesting. Sorry. Interesting. Hey, you know, me and him, we got a forte. I also work with the Toad Father himself, but you know... Sorry. So what do you want? You've done me a service. I can understand that. What's your request with the son of the Toad Father?
We would like to, for our services, we would like to see how much of that gets Tiff the Hastling?
Quickling.
Quickling. Tiff the Quickling.
Tiff. Names aren't in languages most of the time. He just goes. He just looks up, looks at you guys, looks up, stroking his slimy face. It's like bottling his kind of stick, and let go. I tell you what, you can have him on the grounds that you owe us a more fulfilling favor that we can ask for when we choose.
In the next 2 weeks.
In the next 1 year.
That's a good deal.
I think it's a pretty good deal.
In the next month.
I mean, we don't have to do the favor. We can just run off.
Oh yeah.
That's my thinking.
We got somewhere. When have we got somewhere to be? When do we need to meet?
Also, how are they going to find us if we're just like out in the ocean?
They have their ways.
They're toad people.
There's
They'll
no
send the boys
swim.
round.
1 year. That's as low as he's going.
What exactly? 1 year, but we have conditions of what the thing is. We have five no's.
You were discussing something with the son of the Toad Father. You do not make such pleas and agreements.
You should kill him.
1 year, 1 favor, you can have the tiff.
Kill him.
Yeah, but the favor. What the extent of the favor?
We need to prepare for the favor.
Because we may need to prepare, and it may be that it exceeds the cost of tiff. It may be they ask us to kill somebody, and we may not be willing to kill somebody. It has to be within our realms of our morality, at least.
He says that the favor will be worth the price. You're getting someone's life indebtment. For that, it deserves something of worthy consequence.
So you want us to take a life? Okay. Okay.
The nature of the favor is undecided at this point. That I know.
To be fair,
I don't want to push the boundary. But...
I'm saying OC. To be fair, in a year we could be strong enough anyway to ignore it.
Yeah,
But
we're going to be
OC.
killing a lot of people.
Yeah, it could
What's
be
one
for
more?
the fleet. Or it could be working in line with the fleet.
Well, they're on the team of the fleet, so
I
it's going to
think
be
they
killing
are,
someone
yeah.
that we like. Yeah.
Of course,
it
you
could be
know.
like kill Bloodbeard.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
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 Hey, guys, you know he likes you. He likes your balls. On this
Oh, weird.
situation, that's a lot. On this situation, he's gonna let you know that this is a favor that's worth the life indebtment that was caused to the Toad Father in the first place. So it might be something like smuggling, could be something along the lines of the Toad Father has a certain thing that needs to be taken out of fleet business. He may have a situation where certain fleet people might not need to be prying eyes in certain situations. And on top of that, as part of the contract, I should let you know he's going to have to leave his mark on you.
So he tracks you.
He lifts his hand and his palm up, and he just goes, slime oath.
Shudder. So,
What does this slime do? Can he track us?
Only the one in charge.
Well, fine, mate.
we tried, guys.
Yeah, that's.
While you have a quick huddle, I'm going to go pee.
clearly me. Let's be honest.
Four fingers.
There's
Yes.
there's no way they're gonna buy Umbras.
Wait,
No,
are
they
you
probably
saying my
want to do it
fingers?
here. Johnny Four Fingers.
Oh, okay.
They probably want to do it. They probably want it here and now.
Yeah, we're docked, right?
That's right. Yeah, we can go get him.
Nip out, it's worth a try.
A good play. Yeah.
And Johnny's a swindler anyway, right? Like he should.
You can bullshit.
Mm.
Because it's obviously going to be how they contact us and track us in some way.
Yeah.
True, and then we could. And then we
just
could
throw him
abandon him
off.
later.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
And then, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was always expendable, wasn't he?
That's why we brought him along.
I mean, if your character's okay with it, I'm definitely okay with it. But...
How we doing?
Shenanigans.
I'm actually kind of glad I haven't heard it. Yep.
Old schemes.
I'll let you say this, Gruzeel.
Roll deception. You are the one speaking. You are the deceptor.
I only got +2.
Oh, +1. Same.
I think I have quite good deception.
Yes.
Oh.
I have +4 deception, by the way.
Okay, he says then. Fine, either a subordinate or go get your captain and come back to me. I'll probably be in the weaponsmiths by the time you get back. So we have a deal
subordinate
then.
in mind. We have a subordinate in mind. Umbra could be the subordinate. It saves time.
Okay, who's your subordinate?
What?
Umbra.
Okay then, go on then. Send the gnome back in when you're outside, alright?
Go outside.
Okay, as you get outside, the gnome is just like there, just like... Okay, so...
It's all yours.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna stop him and be like, you got this.
Thanks. Who are you?
One of your saviors. I'll go in there and kick some ass.
I'm not... You're joking. You must be joking. And he goes in.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to go ahead and say, you go get Johnny, you come back.
And we'll
Johnny's-
leave Umbra. And we'll
What?
leave. We can take Umbra. Okay, everybody.
Okay, and then come back with Johnny.
Yeah.
Okay. So Johnny on the boat over is just like, oh, I don't know about this, Captain. Look, I'm pretty slippery with my fingers. Why don't we just steal the little guy?
Because the the family seem very powerful, and we're only a crew of 8.
Yeah, who is this family again? What do you call him? Toad Father.
Toad Father, yeah.
Right, and the slimes, was it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Why does that sound familiar?
They seem fairly close to the fleet, so it may behoove it may work in our favor to be able to be associated with these slimes.
All right.
So tell you about this, Johnny. This will go a long way in redeeming our trust.
It will.
It will.
All right, Captain. I'll do it. But I have to say that slimes sounds familiar. I just can't put my finger on it.
Well, when it comes to your head, let us know.
All right, I'll let you know. So you get there. You go to the weaponsmith, assumedly.
Yeah, that's where he said it'll be.
So you go into the weaponsmith, and they're in there, and Johnny looks down at the guy and goes, "Oh, fuck." And as he turns around, he goes,
He fucking knows him.
Oh no.
He fucking knows him.
"Oh,
Are we all there, by the way, or is Umbra outside?
oh, fuck. Ah, fuck.
Umbra's on the ship.
Captain,
Okay, that's fine.
Captain.
Hey. I'm glad I heard that.
This may work in our favor.
Captain.
That's good business.
I don't think this is the right. Maybe not the right person to do this.
Keep my hand on his shoulder. And be like, I'm gonna wink back.
Hey, are you sacrificing him to this guy?
No, maybe we'll see.
Yeah, I ain't repeating all of that, but you look familiar to me too. Was it Johnny? Johnny? That it?
Yeah, his name's James.
Oh, bullshit. I'd remember those fingers anywhere. You son of a bitch, you stole from us.
Now we can make it right with a favour, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, he says, you give us Johnny, you got a deal.
Make lemonade.
No favor. Is this the favor?
You give us Johnny, we may call on you one time, but if we call on you, we'll owe you a favor later on. You come up good, kid. You come up good.
I'm gonna look at Gruzeel and be like,
Why don't we just give Johnny and take Riff?
yeah, I'm tempted.
A life for a life.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look at Gruzeel. This is a proper,
Again, I'm not going to repeat all of that, but yeah. Oh, Captain, come on. I've been great for you. I've been doing great things for you. You can't do this to me.
I'm looking at Gruzeel. This is a proper morality moment between us two.
Captain, I will do anything you ask. I will scrub the deck every day forever. I'll do the dunny forever. I'll do everything forever. Please just do not hand me over to the little frog.
Give him to Umbra.
No.
He's betrayed us once already.
Did the frog make that hand motion?
Yeah. I don't think I need to repeat that for you.
Gruzeel?
I have to say, being handed over to like sentient frogs is like the stuff of night.
I think we should end there.
Yeah.
No. We could say yes or no to this.
No. I
No,
think
we
that's a
can
good
say-
ending point. I like the
We can say yes
cliffhanger.
or no. Come on,
If the
Gruzeel.
captain's making a call, the captain's making a call.
She's my quartermaster. Or at least she's the morality of the crew. We don't have to tell. We're the only ones that know. We're getting a cook. Johnny can't cook.
Oh, come on. Gruzeel, I love you, mate. I love you. I got your trousers the other day, and do you remember how, like, we've had this banter going on. It's been great. You defended me when you should have done. I did all these things for you. You can't just throw me in. Come on, mate. Come on, Gruzeel, come on, mate. Come on, mate. Nah, don't do this to me, mate. Come on. It's not.
Wow.
Mate, no, come on, mate. We're all thieves. We're pirates, right? You can't do this to me.
Even the pirates have a code, Johnny.
Fuck, he's dead. He's so
Again, mate, don't need. I don't think I need to repeat that for you, but I'll take him. Come on.
What did he steal?
Look, it wasn't much. I swear. It was just a few, maybe a couple jewels, possibly the missus things. But apart from that, it wasn't much at all. They didn't need it. They're rich.
How did they know it was you then? Jeez, you're not a very good thief.
Okay, I was caught on the way out.
Oh, Jesus.
But I'm a
Johnny.
faster runner than they are. But it doesn't matter, okay?
Yeah, no
Because
wonder.
I am your crew, and you can't throw me in like this.
Johnny, I'm afraid your luck has run out.
You were caught, Johnny. I'm sorry.
It's
Suddenly,
been an honor.
you just
It's been an honor working with you, Johnny.
Let's double check something. Da-da-da-da-da.
It does feel bad. I must admit, it's a drawing a line we might not be able to cross again.
You suddenly see Johnny, and he's like, "No, I'll be good. I'll be great. Oh. And you see that the grung has just wheeled it, like grabbed around his leg, just sort of gone off his cuff and grabbed onto some skin, and now he's feeling suddenly quite low and weak. And the elf just taps him on the shoulder and says, "It's a done deal, boys. Here's the spare key. We always keep one master key, you know? You can have that. Tiff, the grung with him will know that he's got to take that back, all right?"
Very well. Make
Oh, boys! Go, Captain, please! No, don't leave me! Don't leave me!
as part of our deal. At least make it quick. He doesn't deserve to suffer.
I think it's better for your peace of mind that I don't repeat what he just said.
That's pretty messed up, man.
Yeah. Life.
As you leave,
That's pretty
you
cold,
just
that.
hear
Yeah.
Johnny's screams coming from the doorway. Do you go get Tiff?
You sold out your crew member, man. What's going on?
Yeah,
Thing is,
if
like,
the
when we-
word
as soon
gets round.
as soon as we walked in, he was a dead man. I think.
Yeah, we did.
There's
So I missed what happened. So sorry. So did they ask you to turn him in, or why did you pick it?
well, there wasn't really a lot of asking. It was
Yeah, there wasn't much to do about it.
Okay.
Probably. We don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they were likely to call up on their favour, at least.
So you gave them Johnny to do the mark.
Yes.
I see. Okay. They recognized him. Nah, you sold him out.
Every pirate is a thief, though.
It's not really your forest.
No, you know he's gonna die.
The Frog Mafia.
You can sleep on this decision, I
Yeah.
think.
Justify all you want. You are not good.
I tried to give you a week to think about it, but you carried on. So,
I do have something for this. Go on. I'll get back to you.
do you go get Tiff then?
Yeah, we'll go get Tiff.
Get our reward.
So Tiff's like, "Oh wow, you did that was super quick. I don't know how you did it so fast. That's great. Lenny, I'm free. You got me. I'm free. Oh God, he doesn't understand.
Ring Lenny.
Oh no, I understand what he says. No, he doesn't understand what I say when I say it like this. He doesn't speak local folk speaking kind of thing. He's only his own language. I had to learn it from birth, so here we are. Oh yeah. No. If I swear about him, Toadfather, or anything else, I gotta keep it all common, otherwise he's gonna cut me.
Well,
oh, that's great. Okay, so you got the key, right? Great, that's amazing. Okay, hand it to Lenny. He'll unchain me.
well, I think we need the explicit consent to be like.
You start trying to unlock that without Lenny knowing what you're doing, Lenny's gonna try poison your ass. Trust me, a few people have tried to take me before, and that didn't work out too well for them. So you go to Lenny, and Lenny's like, "Do you just show him the key?" He takes from you. And then Tiff comes speeding across the room. Hey, let me out. Oh God, I can breathe again. Starts moving around. Where's the ship? Where is it? Just tell me where to go.
Follow us. We've got something to say to you first, Tiff.
Okay, I just gotta move quick, okay? So he just runs round the entire space, and then he comes back to where you are. Goes, okay, what you gotta tell me? I got all my stuff, knives, equipment. That's all I need. I don't run this place. The Toadfather runs this place. You want stock, you gotta go through them. I ain't gonna be able to do that. Not after this. I don't wanna tamper the waters, okay? We're on a sweet deal right now. Don't screw that.
Tim can get us food supplies at least. So
I know how to make fresh water out of the salt water.
Whoa. Nice.
That's useful.
Takes time.
Tiff, your release comes at a price of our crew. Just so
Oh
you know.
shit, you didn't throw anybody in, did you?
No one major.
You're telling me that you were willing to give up one of your crew for me? Someone you don't even know?
Well,
I think you're taking this the wrong way.
Yeah.
it wasn't on purpose. But as soon as he was in with them, it was kind of over. So
Our hands were tied.
Oh shit, he must have done them serious wrong, okay?
Yeah, they wanted his head.
I do not want to be that guy, okay? Look, I'm out. I don't care. I'm good. Where are we going?
you see the boat. You see the bone ship out there? I'll point to it.
It's got some bone-like features.
It's called Bone Blade. That's our ship.
Bone Blade. Nice name. Sweet. I like it.
Johnny named it.
No.
Who's Johnny? Oh, he's the.
Yeah.
I'm the. Right. Probably don't mention him from now on.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our ship, the Bone Blade.
Ah, we got secrets now. You know, you guys are already quite interesting. This is gonna be fun.
To the ship.
Through the ship. So he's running around, and he gets to this shop, and just says, "So you wanted some supplies, right?"
Oh, jeez. This guy.
Sure.
Give me a minute. He whips in, and then whips out, and is just like, "Okay, go, 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 go!"
See, you're already a much better thief than Johnny.
I mean, he's tiny, so he's got like maybe 7 oranges and like a bit of cured meats, and that's about it.
It's enough for him though, for like a month.
Yeah, he will. He definitely eats a lot less.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take him back to the ship, and I think that's where we should end.
What a session.
Damn.
So we
Next
didn't get-
time on
we didn't
Pirate
get a rum.
Adventures. What will the crew think of one of their own being traded in for a newbie?
I don't know how,
How
we're gonna
will
explain that.
Barry and Elena take it?
Elena will be fine because she can either get off here or continue.
How will this new cook that you barely know work with the crew?
We'll be fine, I bet.
Tune in next time on Pirate Adventures.
Tim won't even notice.